Well, howdy, Bill. Here's the one I wanted to tell you about with regards to handling arrivals and departures. I thought about the data that I had cannibalized for the Walmart thing. I did that for the one reason that I had already done it on this data, and I knew the hierarchy was right. And sometimes that's the trick. So I'll tell you about this data first. This data is a program I did a couple years ago in Dallas. There was 1,700 people, multiple days of arrivals, so about 5 days of arrivals, 4 different hotels, 2 different airports, Dallas Love and DFW. So it was, you had a lot of moving parts, and it's kind of interesting data. Now, I didn't do this at the time because I just, wasn't far enough into seeing how this thing can help you see. But I knew that this was interesting data, and so that's why I went to get it, to try to build a model that can handle arrivals, departures, and for the fact that it helps us understand, get that bird's eye view we talked about last time, and understand the data. So anyway, here I'm going to scroll through this data here just so you can see it is 1,700 records. It might even be a little bit less. We had some drives, so let's see what we do have. Yeah, I'm doing it by finger because this is a Windows 8 machine. But let me see if I can scroll. Well, I'm going to have to do it that way. Okay. Anyway, about 1,400 records. I'm going to zoom in here to show that I've scrambled it. Let's look at the arrivals. We're just doing arrivals here today. I've scrambled it. You can see that that the dates, there's a 20 in there. You're going to have other dates in there. This is totally scrambled data, and I scrambled it just so I can understand how this thing works and what it can do for you. Which I think is important. I know I mentioned in that last video that it doesn't matter what order this data is. It's just a pile of data. And I think that's the difference between getting it and not getting it. This is a pile of data. A pivot table is information. And it's that simple. Pile of data, information. Can't use a pile of data. Information, you sure as hell can use as a manager. Anyway, so I'll show you. You can see that those are for all kinds of different hotels. They are not in alphabetical order. They're not in airport order, because right there you can see we got a couple Dallas Love Fields in there. So totally scrambled data. Did that for a reason. I mean, it came pretty scrambled, but I wanted to make sure I didn't have any records sitting next to each other that belonged together. I wanted to scramble it for that reason. Anyway, so then we ran a pivot table. And I'm going to show you the pivot. We're going to go over there. Here it is. And once again, all this does is reveal the natural order of things. You can see now that you're set up with the total number of arrivals per day, and we can. And I'm just going to pick. Yeah, I'm going to pick 2 days. I'm going to go to the 20th here first and show you what that does. We're going to do that drilling down thing that we did before, but this is not with routes this time. This time it's with people and flights. So, almost sounding it out, every day has multiple times, has like 2,400 minutes a day, something like that. And a time can have multiple flights, and a flight can have multiple people. So let's take a look. All right, it's not very interesting until here's one that's got I just hadn't closed that one down. Let's go find something a little more interesting, like a 5 or a 7. There's a 7. See if they're see, they're right there at 4:54. 2 different flights, and I'll go look. Well, drill down into both of them. There's your human beings again with the totals. All right, so that. Again, all that work that we used to do. I thought about all the times that we used to spend on setting that stuff in the proper order, just so we can make management decisions on it, and tell transportation companies when to come get people, and to tell staffers at the airport what to do and when. And all that work was done. It's all in order. You can see that's all in order. Every day's got grand total, and you just drill down, drill down, drill down. And I can't help but think. In fact, if you look right here, even the flights are in alpha order. We never got that right. We never had that. Only a database can do that. Well, formally only a database can do that automatically for you. Well, now this thing actually can do that. And I'm kind of wondering if this could be, if you were still using the old manifest system, if this could be a precursor step that could save you a lot of organizational time. First of all, it's right. You know how we used to get it. It would be, you'd have a flight split in two and separated by another flight, just because we didn't know it, or because we didn't notice it along the way. People at the airport kind of like laughed because we left it to cut and paste, copy and paste, and we left it to our own eyeballs. This thing takes care of all of it. Everything's done, and that's with zero work, no work. But once again, here's the data, sits in this pile over here, totally random. Here's the pivot table, okay? Pivot table totally gets it. One of these days I'm going to fix my my resolution on here. I have to lower my resolution on my computer to get a full screen capture out of this video capture software that I've got, which is a little disappointing. Anyway, let's show you a little bit more. Those just to show you a couple more tricks this has got for it. And again, this is for giving people management tools to know what they're doing and have a better understanding of what's going on. That's all looking at DFW. I can go over here and look at Dallas Love. I did put a time slicer in here. Let's go over, see if I can get to it. There we are. I did put a time slicer in. So if I want to go to the 19th, okay, I'm going to go to the 19th in DFW, revealing of not too many things going on. There's only one flight with more than one person on it. There it is. Bingo. Maybe find something more interesting. Let's go to the 21st. It is the 20th. That's their medium day. That's their pre-arrival day. At least 92 people. Once again, all the work was done for us. We didn't have to do it. All we had to do was maintain the records, maintain the pile of records, and the work and the organizational stuff follows rules, stays in order, and all we really would need, and again, this is not the method that I was preparing over the summer for a better way to do arrivals departures. It's just something I played with, and in the context of our conversations, I just thought I had to get out here because it's beyond cool. It's actually doing one hell of a lot of work for us, and not sure we can pass on that. And of course, that all depends on how well that Pee-wee Smart is doing, or whatever that thing is. I'm hoping it's doing well. They've got a lot built into it. I see the logic that they put in it. Reading their patent application was absolutely mind-blowing. I can't really believe they got a patent from the U.S. government on branching logic. Like, they didn't invent that. Maybe the patent office decided that they could do it as applied to this kind of situation and call it their own. I'm not sure I go that route. I also have backtracking. Let's take that. I'm going to take that filter off for dates. Boom. It's unnecessary, but it's cool if you're giving this sort of thing to people who are not accustomed to using it. So I'm going to wrap this all down. I'm going to go into a day like the big day with my flight totals, and all those flight totals are showing up over there on that chart over here. That's kind of cramped. I can fix that. We'll just grow it. Should grow it a lot. There's a lot of flights. Well, one other thing that I do, like on that Walmart pivot table spreadsheet, I don't know if I sent you the latest greatest. I've made it a lot better. But what I do is I do a rounding program on it. I can round it to 15, 30, 60 minutes to show, you know, how all these flights, rather than flight by flight, each of those bars there is a flight, kind of gets piled into a bucket, and we total the buckets instead. And I think when you're dealing with buses, it was very revealing on as to where you need buses. There goes mom's home, dog's up. So I think we'll end it there, but I wanted to show you that, and I think it does demonstrate how well this thing works on, there she goes, on doing a lot of work for us while not making us do anything but maintain those records. Name changes, add, cancel, wherever you find it. Change their flight information automatically over in the pivot table, shows up right. Anyway, hope it's food for thought. Talk to you later.